Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Sport Orbit. My name is Afa Acho. On today's edition of the program, we'll begin straight from the camp of the Flying Eagles, where Coach Ladam Bosso will now have more time before he submits his final 21-man squad for the Under-20 AFCON in Egypt after official disclosed that the deadline is now the 25th of January. Earlier reports were that CAF expect all 12 finalists for the Under-20 to submit their final squads on January 20th. However, team officials said the NFF Secretariat has said the deadline is now January 25th. This new date will allow several foreign-based call-ups to come up to be considered for places on the party to Egypt. The Flying Eagles are also due to embark on a training tour of Morocco by the end of this month before they play their first game in Egypt. They opened their Under-20 AFCON campaign on the 19th of February against fellow West African Senegal. Host Egypt and Mozambique are the other teams in Group A. Now to our next story now from basketball news, where the executive chairman of Kano State Sports Commission, Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima, has announced the disbandment of Kano Pillars basketball team. This was contained in a statement signed by Ado Salisu, PRO of Kano State Basketball Veterans Association. Dr. Ibrahim explained that the reconstituting of the association board became necessary following the dwindling outings of the team. The chairman explained that the board, alongside other associations which have been dissolved in 2021, deemed it necessary to reconstitute the basketball board aimed at repositioning the team. Alhaji Ibrahim charged the new association board led by Emir of Kano to recruit fresh players with a view to move the game forward. Former captain of national basketball team and one-time vice president of the NBBF, Alhaji Mukhtar Adamu Khalid, is the vice chairman, while ex-international and former permanent secretary, Ambassador Mustafa Lawan Suleiman, is and also the director of land are also members of the board. Other members are former basketball veteran Bashir Shadi Ado Wayo, Umar Bala, Ado Abdullahi Rano, and Tijani Paki. Earlier, the chairman of Kano State Basketball Veterans Association, Mukhtar Adamu Khalid, expressed dismay over the dwindling outing of Kano Pillars basketball team in recent competitions. Now to some athletic news, where the Texas Tech sophomore Rosemary Chukuma clocked a dazzling personal best and world lead of 7:11 seconds to win her semi-final of the 60 minutes semi-final. The relay gold medalist from the Commonwealth Games went on to show her time wasn't a fluke as she clocked 7.30 seconds in the final. Alaba Akintola smashed his previous personal best of 6.67, setting a new school record for Middle Tennessee State University, clocking a brilliant time of 6.59 seconds to win the men's 60 meters final at the Commodore Challenge in Nashville, Tennessee. Baylor sophomore Imalbon Nse Uko won the women's 400 meters at the Texas Tech Classic in a season best of 53.1 seconds. Ezine Abba made her debut for the Texas Longhorns in the women's 60 meters, making her way in the prelims with 7.34 seconds and bettered it with a facility record and personal best of 7.28 in the final seconds. Well, at this point, we'll quickly go on a break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that break. I'm being joined by Salifu. Salifu, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, before that break, we were talking about some athletics where some Nigerians are doing the nation proud in the United States. That is talking about Rosemary Chukuma, also Alaba Akintola, and Imaobon Nse Uko, who have all won the current competitions they partook in. For Akintola, she smashed her personal best record, setting a new school record for Middle Tennessee State University, clocking a brilliant time of 6.59 seconds to win the men's 60 meters final, while Belos sophomores Imaobon Nseko also won the women's 400 meters, and also Ezine Abba made her debut in Texas, while Nathaniel Ezekiel also resumed to his 600 yard with a 1.875 seconds to be the overall fastest time at the meet. So for these Nigerians, congratulations to them. In recent times, a lot of athletes who have gotten scholarships to the US seem to be doing very well, and no doubt, of course, they are being exposed to the best of facilities at this training at these universities where they currently have those scholarships.
Yeah, Alpha, thank you. The athlete you mentioned, no doubt about it. Some of them have started well, even from the local scene before they get the scholarship to move abroad. There's a sign of that there should be sign that the talent is there, and only what was left is for them to get where they can polish it, and now the opportunities of the scholarship. Thank to the US government and whoever is involved in giving them the scholarship. Thank them for them. Now, just like they have exposed the best facilities, and we are beginning to see. No doubt, I think we are beginning to get it right. Although, well, I don't want to conclude to say that we are beginning to get it right in athletics, because most of those things have been given to us by the courses of the help from the other outside the country. Despite the talent is there, but we have a whole lot of the Mary Shukumas and the rest of those athletes you mentioned, and the Uniborn and the rest of them. We have plenty of them at home here, but what is missing is the facilities and the right material to get them polished and to be the best. But just like we say, we thank God that most of athletes and we need to show that we thank God that they are picking up at the right time. The Paris 2024 is just a matter of years next year, but it's just a matter of days. And we pray that they stay fit and we hope the Nigeria will going to get it better at the next Olympic.
All right, to some news from CAF, where as regards the 2025 AFCON, CAF said they are expecting the best of logistics and facilities from all of the countries who are actually bidding to host that competition. So far, Algeria, Morocco, South Africa, Zambia, Benin Republic, and Nigeria, who also want to co-host, replacing Guinea as host of 2025. Guinea was chosen in 2014 to stage the competition, but withdrew last year after little progress had been made in preparing for the event. So for CAF, looking at what the experience with Guinea was supposed to host that event, but after the last time CAF went, saw that there was actually nothing on ground for Guinea to even start considering hosting. And now they are saying for the eventual country that will be picked to host this, competition, they expect that everything will be first class. In fact, they mentioned transport facilities, logistics, hotels, and beautiful stadiums. If you look at these criteria, will you say Nigeria, who are bidding to host, actually meet some of these criteria, especially in the area of transport, logistics, and stadiums?
Yeah, to some essence, I would say in terms of transport, in as much as we don't have the best transport system in the country, but one thing is that what would be the biggest factor and the biggest fall that may affect Nigerian chances is about the state of facilities at the stadium, which is the first stadium that the CAF and the organizer will look us to first. You look at the state of the stadium. It's when you get the stadium right before CAF will begin to look other facilities and then about. And if we look at the rivals, the Moroccos and the Algerians,
also South Africa.
You have mentioned, for instance, Algeria is currently hosting the CHAN tournament. And most of those stadiums that you're already using is a potential venue for if they get right, if they finally get the nod to host, that will give them an edge already. And Morocco just finished hosting Women African Championship last year. South Africa, they also have the same base of facility. So in terms of
host the World Cup,
and they host African Championship,
exactly,
the African or the 23 Championship, and so on. So those countries already, I'm not trying to play down the Nigerian side, and the Nigerian and Benin Republic chance already have an edge ahead of Nigeria. For instance, Nigeria is co-hosting the Benin Republic. Benin Republic, the last time I went to Benin Republic, the only facility, the only stadium the Benin Republic was the stadium at the Portnobu. And then the person at the Portnobu, to me, for even as much as I'm not an expert in facility management, I don't see it as the top-notch facility. In terms of, you watch the facility where they hosted the Super Eagles in the last AFCON qualifier. So to me, obviously, let's not be sentimental about it. And based on the experience the CAF have from again, and we do just 2 years, CAF will not give you opportunity to go and build your facility, or put your facility in the right shape. Although yes, Nigeria is known for being a magic one when you give them the opportunity. At the last minute, Nigeria can turn anything into a positive, any bad team into a positive show. But I don't think, based on the experience, just like you say, they have learned, they have experience from CAF. Down, if you ask yourself, the next edition of African Cup of Nations is supposed to hold this year. The last edition, which was hosted, although it was hosted because of the COVID, but the Cameroon who hosted the last was not originally supposed to hold that last edition. They were supposed to hold the 2019 edition. It is because of lack of facilities that make them awarded to Egypt. Egypt coming as a rescue, and now the CAF was giving the 2021 edition, 2021 edition, and then give the next one to the Cote d'Ivoire, and the next one to the Cote. So because of that experience, I don't think CAF will. Now, if you look at the African Cup of Nations timing, has been altered because of these facilities problem and issues. So, and CAF will not want to give another opportunity for another country opportunity to go and build their facility. So they rather look somebody who have already have this in place that just need a little touches here and there. So that's why I'm seeing that if they stand by their word, except something otherwise come into play, Nigerians and Benin Republic may not have the opportunity. So to me, let's not be sentimental. If I'm in the position to award it, I would rather consider Morocco and Algeria. I would rather consider Morocco or Algeria. Because,
and rightly you said 2025 is just 2 years away. And if Nigeria is serious about it, I don't think in fact we don't even have anything on ground to say we start preparing now for 2025, because if we are even going to refurbish some of the stadia we have, it's not something that was going to take 3 months. Refurbishing stadia takes a lot, except we want to do a shoddy job. And from the Guinea experience, like you said, I do not think CAF will want that. I mean, this is the world is advancing, and CAF will want any host of the Nations Cup should have standard facilities. And like you said, the likes of Morocco, Algeria, South Africa, for me, I mean, are more prepared than Nigeria and Benin Republic.
Obviously, they are more prepared. And for instance, if you look at the Nigeria stadium, we are looking at the best stadium we have at the moment is Abuja National Stadium. Even the Abuja National Stadium, after you were there where the billionaires who have to put a lot of money to put that machine. I'm just coming back from the National Stadium. Yes, the stadium still have some shape, but there's no water system. There's no the water system at the stadium is a problem. Now, if you look at the stadium, you are beginning to see some shadows, and there's some grass are starting to dry up due to lack of water. And I don't know what is happening now. If you look at the stadium, something terrible is about to happen. After we are waiting for many years, and a private person came into rescue. Now, because of the water problem, the stadium is not being watered. The stadium is going to develop some bad shape. And if, for instance, if I'm going to have a match tomorrow now, and the state is not playing good, the officials are begin to lament. And if now something's happened, they now know that. But if you address and if right is sort of saying anything, they say no, you don't like them because we don't have them because of this and this, and you don't like you. I think that's why you criticize them. But what is like, whoever is the stadium manager at the national stadium or the stadium, or whoever he shy, at least we are just taking that as an appeal. They should please, we can't afford to Abuja National Stadium to go back to where you are. We have commended the Minister of Ministry of Sport for taking the initiative, bringing private investor, private partnership to get that facility fist back, and we commended him for doing that. But allowing it to go back to its old status is not it not be over for this country. So whoever is in charge, we understand. We were not together when they had the contract. That's what I'm talking. There is a contract for 2 years. For 2 years, we are just within a first year, and now the maintenance is lacking behind. There's no water system in at the stadium. Even the central track is something to worry about.
And like you said, really, in Nigeria, maintenance culture It's such a big problem. I wonder what it cost, what it takes to maintain a stadium, because a lot of money was put down. We remember that stadium was unplayable for many years. Someone came in, put in some money, and now less than a year, the stadium has gone back to its former shape. So I don't think, and right now Nigeria should even be talking of hosting any tournament. We need to even put our house in order, because completely we are really not ready. Anyway, to some other news now, where Chelsea new signing Mykhailo Mudryk has explained why he picked Chelsea over Arsenal. Recall that for a large part of since this transfer window opened, Arsenal have been on his heels, actually chasing him, but from nowhere Chelsea came, hijacked that deal, and he was a Chelsea fan. And just like players, when Arsenal were on his heels, he had said that his dream had always been to play for Chelsea and all of that. But since he made to Chelsea, he said he feels the project currently at Chelsea is best for him at this stage of his career, and all of those sort of things footballers always say. And people are even actually questioning, the new owners of Chelsea, if he even actually has a plan. He sits back. I mean, clearly there's really no plan, because a team will go for a player. The deal is almost sealed, and from nowhere, Chelsea come and they wrap up the deal. And they've been doing this over and over again. Same with João Felix, same for Mudryk. And they are buying these players. It's not as if these players will come and make an instant impact. Chelsea are just buying players, but it's not even showing on the pitch.
It's not showing on the pitch because it's like one thing that discovered is that Chelsea doesn't have a direction.
Exactly.
If I'm wrong,
you're right. Since Abramovich left,
they don't have a directions, and they feel that although Chelsea have this character before, even Abramovich or hijacking another person players, they'll just
but then at least there was a clear direction.
Clear direction on the need for it.
Yeah.
Just like you said, the need for it. Okay, we take for instance, you just hijack this player from Arsenal because Arsenal was in the process, and the because Arsenal was after cleaning the right player for you to come back. But you have to look between your score. Is that what you are lacking at the moment, or is that the need for this? But instead of you to press for the need, you just because you hear somebody after shouting for something else, okay?
And yes, because you have the money to
because you have the money,
around.
I also throw out. You have to wait. But and just like you say, they are buying player, buying, and you don't the result you don't clearly show on the pitch. But they need to be careful, and they need to work. And at the same time, yes, sometimes what are the new owners of the club? Yes, that is why you are own a business, and that is why you can't be expert in all the field. Everybody have their expertise, and they should allow the expertise to run, to play their role where it matters. I think the director of football, the director of sport at the club should be allowed to go and to lead the club. Who is really because of I hate the situation, but because you are the owners, because we own it, because you have the money, you want to take all the decisions for the club, and that is why you employ people. Let the people feel are expert in the field decide what is like and what is supposed to be supposed to be need of the club. Not because of you are the owner, because you have the money. You want to be you want to be everywhere doing the whole thing. And then the thing it will backfire. And I'm afraid for Chelsea, because the way it is going, I don't see Chelsea of yesterday.
Not at all. I mean, completely different, because all the players, remember in the summer, they bought a whole lot of defenders. Meanwhile, in your attack, you are lucky you don't even have a proper striker who, even the Aubameyang you bought, is not even playing. You went in, got a João Felix, who, well, I don't know if that's what you need, and you're going to get a Mudryk. Well, we'll see how that turns out for them. Well, to some MMA news, where Nigeria's Kamaru Usman is said to take on, that's talking about Leon Edwards in the trilogy, that's UFC 286 on the 18th of March. Recall that Edwards won the title by knocking out Usman in the 5th round in the UFC 278 main event bout in August. In the first fight, Usman had defeated Edwards. Then second fight, Edwards got one over him, and they now have another fight to see who will be, the champion. So hopefully Usman should be able to.
They have 1-1.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully Usman should be able to regain his belt from Edwards if he does well this time around.
Well, as a Nigerian, that is our wish.
Yeah, very well.
We pray that he bounce back. He's one of the boxers we still counting on, and to go all the way around, because it's like most of our boxers are beginning to losing all our way. We are still
most of the fighters generally.
Most of the fighters we are still whipping on the though not Nigerians by not Nigerians whether on on the ring,
Yeah.
but their root trace to Nigeria, I will still feel that they are part of us. Just like we are still feeling the defeat of Anthony Joshua, and still wishing that he have opportunity to redeem his image. So I'm having another Osman to also drop from that high right, dropping down. But if he loses this match, that will be a big blow for him. But I wish that he should be. Sometimes, when you're having a match, you need to be very, very careful. Try to look at the strategies, look at what make you to lose the first match. Look at it. So don't just if you know that there's no time, it's not time right yet for you to go into that match. Just bid your time. At any time you can be. But if you feel, I believe that if he still has, he still agile, he want to get his bed back, and wish that he get it back, but he has to be very careful on how he go about it.
All right, to some FA Cup now. Of course, tonight Liverpool will be in action once again, this time against Wolves in the third round. Actually, the replay in the first leg, Liverpool actually drew 2-2 against Wolves at Anfield. It was, although a controversial goal after lead. Actually, Wolves had taken the lead in the time limit of the goal, making the score at 3-2, but VAR disallowed the goal. But usually in the FA Cup, once you draw the first match, there is usually a replay, and that replay will be tonight at Wolves. And for Liverpool, this will be a result that they will need desperately to at least boost their confidence, and playing away to Wolves, I know it's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy game, particularly losing the last match to 3-0 to just ordinary Brighton. And like this morning, I was hearing on the speaking, club was speaking this morning, and he was expressing serious concern about the Liverpool form, and that his main concern now is how to get Liverpool form back and not to take responsibilities of what is happening to the Liverpool. When he's in charge, the responsibility, people will definitely call for his name. But just like you say, it's a match that he desperately need a result to get. He has to throw all at his hand, all his arsenal, everything he have, throw into this game just to salvage his job, and not just his job, to salvage his name. And because anything short of victory, I repeat, it will spell them seriously for Liverpool, because at the moment they are at the lower end, and they need to rejig and reassure the club that they are sure the fans that they are still a team to reckon with. If anything short of victory or any defeat, to definitely there must be a winner in the second game. So if they lost it to the FA Cup, they are the defending champions. So if they lost it to Wolves, it will really going to affect Liverpool's campaign this season, and the club will definitely want to do everything at the same. And I wish him best of luck.
Right, that match comes up 9 p.m. Nigerian time later on today, and we'll keep an eye on down tomorrow. We'll give you a review. With that, that's all we have for you on today's episode of the program. Saliku, thank you for joining me in the studio today.
Thank you so much.
All right, until we come your way tomorrow again, do stay safe out there. My name is Afa Cho, and it's bye-bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.